Hello guys, and today I want to show you a beautiful game called PARANORMASIGHT: The 7 Mysteries of Honjo. Japanese horror is essential watching for any horror fan, and now PARANORMASIGHT: The 7 Mysteries of Honjo is a must play too. Published and developed by Square Enix, PARANORMASIGHT is a paranormal mystery adventure RPG done in 2D visual novel style. With gorgeous art and fantastic use of jump scares, this is a game that hits nearly all my favorite things about the macabre and folklore in one go. Set in the late 20th century in the Sumida wards of Tokyo, Japan known as Hanjo in the Edo period, PARANORMASIGHT takes player through a number of supernatural myths, real-world urban legends tied to the area known as the 7 Mysteries of Honjo. Opening with the player as Shoujo Oki, you're an ordinary office worker who goes to Kinoshibiri Park in the dead of night to help his friend Yoko Fukunaga investigate one of these local ghost stories. Yoko can see things others cannot, and opens your world to the 7 mysteries of Honjo, as she helps fill in the gaps of your missing memories. Meanwhile, other residents of Sumida are conducting investigations into the local legends. We get a pair of detectives investigating a series of strange deaths, a high school girl looking for the truth behind a classmate's suicide, and a grieving mother investigating her son's passing, and more. Here you follow the Crew's 7 as they embark on a supernatural ordeal over a 3-day period to realize despite hopes and dreams, and maybe have an existential crisis along the way or two. The character designs and the way you interact with the world though them are truly fantastic, no matter how difficult their stories may be. Each character doesn't just offer a new tale, but a new way to connect to the game too. The variance of character works with the diversity of the stories told. While some are pure horror, others are tales of the fantastic, but all of them force you to think beyond your expectations. Building up the player through tension-filled folkloric storytelling and clever use of visual design to immerse the player in the game, and the story they explore is a balance that makes PARANORMASIGHT: The 7 Mysteries of Honjo shine darkly. This is due in large part to use of a 360-degree panoramic view of Sumida that allows the player to see the city as if they were really turning and looking around the location. While this 360 view has a marked for its accuracy thanks to Square Enix working with the Sumida City Tourism Division, the beauty and sinisterly looming city does more than add authenticity. It creates atmosphere and ambience in such a way that the dread builds a cascades, proving that setting is just important as anything that's going bump just out of sight. On that point, the stories told in PARANORMASIGHT: The 7 Mysteries of Honjo are real urban legends taken from Sumida, and boy did they hit. Pulling the player back into the Edo period when the area was called Honjo, the player explored the different urban legends that sprung up in the area, tracing a city folkloric history in the process. The stories in question are the Beckoning Light, the Even Burning Lantern, the Whispering Canal, the One-Sided Reed, the Haunting Clapas, the Fool's Procession, and the Foot Washing Mansion. But don't worry if you think 7 sounds too short, because there are definitely more than 7 mysteries to explore and be haunted by. Each and every one of the stories put the player in the middle of a mystery through different characters as they come to life. And why I loved each of them, the very first one you encounter is my favorite, called the Whispering Canal. The legend hit me a bit more than the rest, thanks to growing up with the tales of La Llorona. I mean, fishermen being dragged away into a canal ever to return after hearing a voice? Yep, it taps into a particular kind of nightmare fuel. With an easy and creepy insight into the game, PARANORMASIGHT eases the audience in, and builds with each subsequent story. The easiest way to explain why PARANORMASIGHT: The 7 Mysteries of Honjo appeals to me is that it reminds me so truly of the work of Junji Ito. The brevity of the tales and the ominous nature of each one delivers a dull punch, especially when you're playing in a dark room. Simple and effective. Each of the tales lands and ultimately connects to something greater, the rite of resurrection. The rite of resurrection is the core of the game, A mysterious ritual that, if performed successfully, can bring someone you love back from the dead. This plays into the question that game them revolves around. What would you do to bring someone back from the dead? Paranormasight asks the player this constantly, and as the stories begin to show the increasing consequences of making the choice. While there is some repetition and lack of instruction as you progress through each chapter, there are some weird pacing choices as the overall narrative moves you toward understanding the rites of resurrection. But nothing in those very small hiccups are immersion-shattering choices. Even the storyteller, in